Why prominent Nigerians are dying more than the poor. For the first time in over a century, the world is dealing with a global pandemic that has left a path of distress in its wake. Truly, the COVID-19 pandemic has no boundaries. In Nigeria, the pandemic seems to be increasingly making its way into the elite class, killing more prominent Nigerians than the helpless masses. From records of infected people in isolation centers, private hospitals, and the number of deaths, it seems that members of the elite group are dying more from the pandemic. From Abakari, former chief of staff, to President Muhammadu Buhari, Abiola Ajumobi, former governor of Oyo State, Johnson Olubumi Irefin, General Officer commanding 6th Division Port Harcourt, Adebayo Sikiru Oshinowo, Senator that was representing Lagos East Senatorial Zone, Suleiman Achumugu, a former managing director, Pipelines and Product Marketing Company, PPMC, to recent death of Onyewusi Ibidapo Obe, a former Vice Chancellor, University of Lagos, Ndubuisi Kanu, former military governor, Imo and Lagos State, and many other prominent Nigerians who have died of the pandemic. COVID-19 is increasingly making its way into the ranks of the elite class. Another sudden death that confounded Nigerians was that of Bolu Akin Olugbade, a wealthy businessman and chairman of Bolu Akin Olugbade Limited, who died at the Pelon COVID-19 Center, Ikeja, Lagos, this January. Apart from business, the late Olugbade was a successful lawyer and a man who lived a life of unabashed luxury as the biggest collector of the high-end Royce in Nigeria. He had virtually all of the series of Royce, and was the first Nigerians to take delivery of the Rolls Royce Cullinan, the first Rolls Royce SUV, while Nigerians thought Abakari was dead during the 2020 lockdown, was the highest profile person to have died from COVID-19. It seems more prominent Nigerians are even dying now since the advent of the second wave of the pandemic. But why are the rich and mighty dying more than the poor? More from COVID-19 in Nigeria, unlike in Europe and America, where the virus is killing all classes of people in their thousands, according to Đ1È1NG, a medical doctor and former advisor to two former Nigerian presidents, Olusegun Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan. Sunlight is the magic. People who are daily exposed to sunlight are able to convert some chemical in their skins to vitamin D, especially D3. Scientists have incontrovertible evidence that vitamin D seriously boosts the human immunity and actually has the capacity to prevent respiratory and lung disease. In the case of COVID-19, vitamin D3 can prevent infection in some people, and in others who still got infected, it decreases and severity of the infection and recovery state is far better way disclosed. Thank you for listening to this news. Um, you see, my viewers, this issue of COVID-19 is something that no one can can predict alone except God. Only God have the power and the right to decide that yes, this is what is truly happening in the COVID-19 matter. Yes, it's killing the rich more than the poor. Yes, science has proved it that people who are more exposed under the sun have more opportunity to be infected free, understand, than those who are always in AC, or who are always under the heat and all of that, you understand. But then I agree with you anyway, but I tell you that only God Almighty knows why He allowed it to be so. Because even the poor too, not all the poor people are exposed to heat. You understand? Okay? So it is God that decides and know why He has made it so. That is to let the world know that this virus has no respecter of any man. When it comes, it has come. So no matter the level, the level of prevention you apply, even the prevention the rich apply, the rich are even more the rich even prevent themselves more than the poor people do prevent themselves from getting infected. So what are we saying then? What are we saying? So because it happened because the COVID-19 is is only going. It happened because there is no man on earth that has a perfect control of it. So once it comes in full force. It comes in full force, and there is no way you can be able to prevent it. You cannot. You understand? So that is killing the rich than the poor does is not because because the poor are mostly exposed to the sun. That no, only God knows why. Only God knows why. And that is to teach the poor people a lesson, the rich people a lesson, to say that when it comes to taking of life, they don't have the power to decide when they will die. Only God has the power to decide that. Because I, for one, knows that the rich people even apply more preventive motive than even the rich people, even the poor people. So what are we saying then? So, my dear viewers, please, I appreciate it if you can come in and air your own side of the opinion. Alright? Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. Thank you.